So 8 of you have joined the class. Okay, good morning, everyone. So we'll just quickly recapitulate this chapter, what we have learned in this. Okay. So we are doing chapter number 2. So I hope all of you are clear with the definition of acids. So basically, what are acids? If this question is being asked to you, okay, what would be your answer, Palak? Ayush, what are acids? Anyone can answer.
Acids are anything which are corrosive in nature and produce H plus ion when dissolved in water.
Very good. Okay. So acids, the basic, property which makes them acidic is the presence of H plus ions. Okay. H plus ions in aqueous solution. This word aqueous here means water. Okay. In the aqueous solution. So acids, when they dissolve in water or when they make solution with water, then they dissociate. Okay. Like for example, you take an acid of example of a mineral acid like hydrochloric acid. Okay. When you prepare its aqueous solution, you make a solution of it in water. So what happens is H here, you will find ions H plus Cl minus. So this H plus ions, okay, this is responsible for the acidic property of the acids. Now, as you said, if they are corrosive, definitely they are highly corrosive in nature. What is the meaning of this word corrosive? Corrosive here means they react with any surface on which they fall or anything, okay, with which they will just be poured on. It could be any surface, any substance, because they react, okay, they cause the oxidation. So in that process, that particular substance surface completely gets destroyed, dissolved, okay, it is completely eaten away. This is being corrosive. So acids, as you know, could be organic, could be mineral. Okay, organic acids क्या होती हैं बेटा? What are organic acids? Can you tell me, Yuvraj? Yuvraj, what are organic acids? Vishal, can you tell me beta, what are organic acids? Yes, acids can be organic as well as mineral. You should know their examples beta. Mineral acids we obtain from the earth crust. Organic acids are present in the, they are found in the plants and animals. Okay, so this much we should know. Examples you should know. Organic acids के example क्या है बेटा आपके? Yes, examples of organic acid, Vishal. All right.
Acetic acid.
See, organic acids like they are found in citrus fruits, citric acid. Okay, tomato में होता है आपका oxalic acid. These all are mineral acids. They sorry, organic acids. What are their properties? They are generally weak acids. Okay, and we are consuming them. We can consume them. They don't cause any harm to us. Mineral acids, on the other hand, usually we obtain them from the earth crust or minerals. Okay, mineral acids could be strong as well as they could be weak. Now, what is the meaning of this word here? Strong acids and the weak acids you need to understand. Okay, we have taken an example here of hydrochloric acid. If you look at this hydrochloric acid, in its aqueous solution, it gives out the ions H plus and Cl minus ions. All right. Now, this is known as dissociation. Okay, this is known as dissociation of the acids into the positive and the negative ions, or the anions and the cations. Now, when all the molecules of a particular acid in the aqueous solution, they undergo dissociation. That means 100%, okay, exactly, it will not be possible 100% for any acid, but 98%, 99%, okay, all the molecules, they form, H plus ions, okay, and the corresponding negative ion. Then that acid is said to be a strong acid. Like your hydrochloric acid, right? Or HNO3, nitric acid, okay? sulfuric acid H2SO4, the king of acids or the king of chemicals, sulfuric acid, they come in the category of strong mineral acids. Next important thing here we need to understand is about the concentration of the acid and the strength of the acid. What is the meaning of this word concentration? And what is the meaning of this word strength? Let us understand this. See, concentration, okay, if the concentration will be high, okay, then strength of that particular acid or the solution will also be high. Now what is the meaning of concentration? Basically concentration here means number of moles of solute present, okay, per volume in liters, okay. Usually this is the meaning of concentration. That means आपके पास जो solvent है, okay, उसमें कितना solute present, that gives the concentration of that particular solution. Now here we are talking about the acids, the solution, aqueous solution of acids, okay. So acids, right, how many moles of a particular acid, or you can just take the word here, particles here or molecules here, okay, molecules of particular acid per given volume of the solvent in liter, okay. So जितने ज़्यादा molecules होंगे particular acid एक given particular amount of solvent में, okay, उतनी ज़्यादा उसकी क्या होगी concentration. For example, you take equal size of two beakers, okay, beaker A and beaker B. Suppose these both they have 10 ml of water each, okay, 10 ml of water as solvent each. Now for example this beaker A, okay, this beaker A, it has, मान लेते हैं, it has just 10 particles or 10 molecules of hydrochloric acid in 10 ml of, whereas beaker B, मान लेते हैं, it has 100 particles or 100 molecules of HCl in 10 ml of. So what will you observe here is, okay, they both the beakers they have equal amount of water, दोनों में equal amount of water है, solvent दोनों का equal है, लेकिन जो solute present है, जो हमारी acid के जो molecules है, जो particles हैं, वो beaker A में कम है और beaker B में वो ज्यादा है. तो of course इन दोनों में से किसकी concentration high होगी? Yes, per unit volume जो number of molecules HCl के हैं वो beaker B में ज्यादा होंगे. तो of course beaker B जो है बेटा, it will be having a higher concentration, okay, क्योंकि इसमें ज्यादा H plus ions होंगे. तो इस particular जो आपका ये aqueous solution of acid, this B beaker जो है, this will have more concentration of H plus ions per unit volume, okay, and this particular B solution, it will have more strength. Its strength will also be high. Now H plus ions की जो concentration है वो beaker B में ज्यादा है compared to beaker A. Now what will happen if you keep on adding water to beaker B? मान लेते हैं beaker B में आपने 100 ml water और add कर दिया, ठीक है, इस solution में 100 ml water आपने add कर दिया. So what will happen now? Now the concentration of H plus ions, okay, will reduce per unit volume, है ना, क्योंकि पानी ज्यादा हो गया, solvent ज्यादा हो गया, H plus ions वहाँ पे क्या हो गए, कम हो गए, yes, per unit volume. तो concentration यहाँ पे कैसे वेरी किया, concentration यहाँ पे कम हो गई, हमने क्या कर दिया, dilute कर दिया. Now what is the meaning of diluted acids? Diluted acids are those acids, okay, which contain, you can say, more amount of water, or they have the concentration of H plus ions per unit volume is low. Now what are concentrated acids? concentrated acids are quite dangerous, very corrosive. Okay, we must handle them with lot of care. Now these concentrated acids, they have a very high concentration of or high amount of H plus ions. What is the meaning of this high amount? That means H plus ions per unit volume, okay, of a solvent is very high. So you should know about these two terms. What is the meaning of concentrated acids? What is the meaning of diluted acids? Dilution क्या होता है? Dilution means when you add more amount of water to a given aqueous solution of an acid. Now next very important thing here is how do you dilute a concentrated acid? कैसे आप dilute करेंगे? Can anyone tell me? Yes. कोई बता सकता है अगर आपको पता है? Yes, tell me beta. You are given a, you're having a beaker here containing, for example, sulfuric acid. It is highly concentrated. Okay, it is fuming. Highly concentrated sulfuric acid. Other beaker you have, it contains water, we have to dilute. Okay. Now what will you do actually? What should be the process here? This is very important. How do you dilute the acids or the process of dilution of acid? Okay. How do you dilute an acid? Would you add this acid to water or will you add water to the acid?
To acid.
See, basically what happens, this reaction between an acid and water is highly exothermic. Lot of heat will be produced. It is an exothermic reaction, dilution of acids. So we need to be very, very careful. So what we do always actually, we add acid very slowly, okay, to water. Always you need to add acids to water, okay. Acid को हमेशा आप पानी में डालते हैं slowly, okay, and with continuous stirring. Okay, you must have a glass rod here. उस glass rod से आपको continuously इसको stir करना है and slowly you have to pour the concentrated acid to the water very slowly. Okay. So otherwise what happens? If you start pouring water to the acid, what will happen? The beaker contains acid, you start pouring water, okay. So because it is an exothermic reaction, the acid may splash out, okay, and it may cause burns. Okay, fine. So I hope beta this is about acids is clear to you all, है ना? ये basic properties हैं acid की, आप सभी को ये clear है, okay. Now bases क्या होती है? Acids clear होगी. Bases क्या है? What are bases? Please tell me fast, beta. We can read actually this chapter. Yes. When we talk about bases, you can take any example. Bases can be strong, bases can be weak. Potassium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide. The same happens in their aqueous solution. They will produce Na plus ions plus OH negative ions. Okay. So this hydroxide ion is responsible for the acidic property. Sorry, the basic property of the bases. Okay. Bases की जो properties हैं कि वो basic होती हैं, कड़वी होती हैं. All right. Yes, they are soapy to touch, and yeah, they change, red litmus to blue. Yes. So these properties of bases are because of the presence of this hydroxide ion, OH negative. Okay. In the aqueous solution, these bases, they also give out the ions. They dissociate into the cations and the anions. Cations, your positive ion, anion, your negative ion. Now, bases also beta same. Okay, there could be strong bases, there could be weak bases. Okay, strong bases होती हैं, weak bases होती हैं. That depends on the amount of dissociation. Okay, कि वो किस level तक, किस हद तक dissociate होती है. जिस particular base में जितना ज़्यादा dissociation होता है, वो उतनी strong base होती है. Okay, like this sodium hydroxide, this potassium hydroxide, they are examples of strong bases. On the other hand, we have calcium hydroxide. Okay, we have magnesium hydroxide, fine. We have aluminum hydroxide. They all are examples of the weak bases. Now, when we talk about the bases, all bases do not dissolve in water. Some bases are, you know, only few selective bases are there which can dissolve in water. Okay, and such bases are known as alkalis. So, what are alkalis? एक alkali क्या होती है? A base which dissolves in जो पानी में घुलती है. ओके, ये एग्जांपल लिखे हैं मैंने यहाँ पे पोटेशियम सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड पोटेशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड. ओके, they can easily dissolve in. Fine, next one. Other properties, you know, they are bitter in taste, they are soapy, you know, to feel. Okay, next one, indicators. Now, what are indicators? If we talk about indicators, what are they? Yes, can you tell me, anyone? You will tell me. आप बताइए बेटा. पलक, इंडिकेटर्स क्या होते हैं बेटा?
And indicators tell us whether a substance is acidic or basic.
Okay, basically indicators, they help us to identify. Okay, they identify whether the substance is acidic or basic or neutral in nature. Okay, so chemically substances can be acidic, basic or neutral. So we can identify the nature of any given substance using the indicators. Okay, so indicators आपके natural हो सकते हैं या आपके synthetic हो सकते हैं. Natural में you can give examples of litmus. Okay, you can give example of turmeric. Okay, then you can give example of, you know, China rose extract.
Methyl orange.
Yes. Okay. तो यहाँ पे चाइना रोज का जो फ्लावर होता है उसकी पेटल्स हैं बेटा, उनका जूस निकालते हैं क्रश करके, so that can actually serve as a very good indicator. When we talk about the synthetic indicators, these all are natural. In synthetic indicators, what we have in synthetic indicators, we have here phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein we have, methyl orange we have. Okay, so these all come in the category of synthetic man-made artificial indicators. You should know their color. Okay, if I talk about the litmus, okay, इसका क्या होता है बेटा? बेसिस में इसका कलर ब्लू होता है, एसिड में इसका कलर रेड होता है. ओके, दिस इज नो. टर्मरिक का क्या होता है बेटा? बेसिस में येलो होता है लेकिन बेस में इसका रेड होता है. ओके, चाइना रोज का क्या है बेटा कलर? एसिड में इसका कलर जो है इट विल बी डार्क पिंक. ओके, इट विल बी मैजेंटा कलर, एंड बेसिस में इसका जो कलर है दैट इज ग्रीन. ओके, दैट इज ग्रीन कलर. फिनोक्सिलिन की अगर हम बात करें बेटा, फिनोक्सिलिन इज अ सिंथेटिक इंडिकेटर. एसिड्स में ये कलरलेस है, बेसिस में इसका कलर होता है पिंक. ओके, यस. मिथाइल ऑरेंज बेटा, यू कैन लर्न दिस वे. माय एप्पल इज रेड. ओके, माय एप्पल इज रेड, दैट मींस एसिड्स में इसका कलर क्या है? रेड होता है. एंड बनाना इज येलो. बी फॉर बेस. ओके, दैट मींस बेसिस में कलर है इसका
Yellow.
So this you should learn in a tabular form. It is given, I think, in your NCERT, so you can learn. Indicators बेटा ये जो मैंने एग्जांपल दिए हैं, they all are the visual indicators. कुछ olfactory indicators भी होते हैं. Olfactory means it relates to the sense of smell. So यहाँ पे इन indicators की जो smell है वो different है acids में और bases में. So through the change in smell, we can identify whether the given substance is an acid or a base. तो यहाँ पे हम onion use कर सकते हैं, हम cloves जो long होती है उसको भी use कर सकते हैं as olfactory indicators, right? चलिए बेटा, next we have आगे हमने सॉल्ट्स के बारे में पढ़ना है. वी शुड नो अबाउट द सॉल्ट्स. सॉल्ट होते क्या है, व्हाट आर द सॉल्ट्स. इफ यू टॉक अबाउट द सॉल्ट्स, उससे पहले बेटा वी हैव टू डिस्कस अबाउट द पीएच. ओके, तो पीएच के बारे में डिस्कस कर लेते हैं. तो इंडिकेटर्स हमने बहुत सारे देख लिए हैं, ये आपको बता देंगे कि सॉल्यूशन आपका एसिडिक है या बेसिक है. बट हमारे पास ओके एक और टॉपिक हमें यहाँ पे पढ़ना है, दैट इज पीएच. मतलब होता है potence of potence of hydrogen. Potence here means in German, okay, this is German word, it means the strength of hydrogen. Strength, hydrogen means strength of H plus. That means per unit volume कितने H plus ions present हैं. Okay, so that gives you, the strength of H plus ions. Now, what is pH basically? So pH हम लोग measure कर लेते हैं substances का. Here we use a pH paper. pH paper basically एक universal यहाँ पे indicator है. एक स्पेशल खास टाइप का बेटा ये पीएच पेपर होता है. इट इज mixture of many indicators. Okay, it is a mixture of many indicators. Now when you put your given solution, आपका जो भी given solution है जिसका नेचर आपको फाइंड करना है वो आपको दिया जाता है, उसके बाद आप उसको उस सॉल्यूशन की ड्रॉप्स को पीएच पेपर पे पुट करते हैं. When you do that, what happens? There will be some color change. Okay, you will have some color on this pH paper. कोई भी कलर हो सकता है, किसी भी कलर. अब आपके पास एक pH इंडेक्स भी होता है. pH इंडेक्स वो क्या है? उसमें बहुत सारे अलग अलग कलर्स हैं और pH उस पे pH रेंज के अकॉर्डिंग कलर होता है. तो उस कलर को आप जो स्ट्रिप पे कलर आया है उस इंडेक्स से आप मैच करेंगे एंड देन यू विल नो. आपको सिर्फ ये नहीं पता चलेगा कि वो सब्सटेंस आपका एसिडिक है या बेसिक है. तो यूनिवर्सल इंडिकेटर होता है मिक्सचर ऑफ मेनी इंडिकेटर्स. दिस identifies, okay, it will identifies the nature of the given substance. आपको जो भी substance given है उसका nature तो पता करेगा ये. Also it will tell you the strength of the मतलब सिर्फ आपको ये नहीं बताएगा कि कोई सब्सटेंस जो है वो आपका एसिडिक है या बेसिक है. इट विल आल्सो टेल यू हाउ स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिडिक इट इज और हाउ स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिक और हाउ वीक बेसिक और हाउ वीक एसिडिक इट इज. तो एग्जैक्टली आपको बता देगा पीएच जो है ये कि आपके पास जो एसिड है वो एक वीक एसिड है या स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड है. ओके, थ्रू द पीएच वैल्यू. तो पीएच पेपर बेटा इट इज एक्चुअली अ यूनिवर्सल इंडिकेटर जो एक बहुत सारे इंडिकेटर्स का एक मिक्सचर होता है. It not only helps you to identify the particular type of acid or base, it also tells you the strength of that acid, how strong that acid is or how weak that acid or base is. Okay. Next. Now pH ranges from pH बेटा कहाँ से कहाँ तक रेंज करता है? Ranges from 0 to 14. It ranges from 0 to 14. This is the pH index. pH index जो है वो यहाँ से यहाँ तक रेंज करता है 0 to 14. 7 जो नंबर है बेटा यहाँ पे अगर ये कलर आता है, ठीक है, तो वो न्यूट्रल होता है, दैट इज पर्पलिश. सबसे ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग जो एसिडिक है बेटा, ओके, वो आपको यहाँ मिलेगा. सबसे स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिक जो है होता क्या है, अभी टेल यू. एसिडिक पीएच की वैल्यू जो बेटा 0 पे है, 1 पे है या 2 पे है, 3, 4, 5, 6, ओके, तो वो इंडिकेट करेगा एसिडिक सॉल्यूशन. 7 से जब ज्यादा हो जाती है उसकी वैल्यू तो वो इंडिकेट करता है यहाँ पर 8 पे है या 9 पे है, वो बेसिक. बेसिक का मतलब क्या है, यहाँ पे दे विल हैव मोर अमाउंट ऑफ OH नेगेटिव आयंस इन द ब्लड, मोर अमाउंट ऑफ OH नेगेटिव. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है they don't have H plus ions. They also have H plus ions, but they are less. Okay, they are less in number. When you come to the acid, okay, acidic solution आपका क्या होता है? जब pH is less than 7. pH less than 7 मतलब क्या है? They have more amount of H plus ions. इसका मतलब ये नहीं they don't have OH negative. They also have OH negative ions, okay? But they have more amount of H plus ions. So this more amount of H plus ions is responsible for the acidic nature of the acids. You know that, okay? तो जैसे आपका pH लो होता जाएगा from 7 to 6, 5, 4, 3 pH, 4, 2 pH, 1 pH. So that means the acid is becoming more and more strong. That means the H plus ions per unit volume is increasing actually. So lower the pH of a particular substance, higher is its acidity, okay, or it is more acidic solution. Fine. Higher the pH, high pH का मतलब क्या है? pH means more than 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That means they contain more amount of OH negative ions per unit volume, okay, and that solution will be highly basic, right? Okay. So low pH means acidic solution, high pH means basic solution. Just keep this much in your mind. Next one. So this is about the pH. बेटा pH का importance बहुत important है हमारी life में. इसका क्या application है? So I will tell you the application. Can you tell me the importance of pH? बेटा pH ना बहुत important है. pH का balance होना बहुत जरूरी है. Okay? Everywhere you will find the application. Like you will find the application of this pH. pH applications you will find in the soil, okay, for the crop production. The pH has to be balanced. If the soil is very acidic, then also the crop yield will be affected. If the pH is very high, the आपके soil बहुत ज़्यादा basic है, then also the crop yield will be affected. So we have to maintain the pH neutral for the best crop production. Secondly, it depends also from the area, from the climatic condition, and even the type of crop. Leaving all that aside, the pH has to be balanced. Now, what happens when the soil becomes very acidic? How can you treat it? If the soil is very acidic, what we can do is we can add actually, कोई base हम add करेंगे, of course, बिल्कुल, है ना? Soil acidic हो जाती है, so we can add there, calcium hydroxide वहाँ पे add किया जा सकता है. Okay, these are the bases which basically, so they will neutralize the pH and the crop yield will be good. Secondly, if you talk about human stomach, हमारे अगर digestive system की बात करें तो human stomach की acid बेटा release होती है ना. Yes, तो वहाँ पे जो pH है वो low होना जरूरी है, okay, for the digestion or for the pepsin to get activated. तो pH का importance है वहाँ पे stomach में, हमारे digestion process में pH वहाँ पे low होना चाहिए. Yes. इसके अलावा अगर हम बात करें इवन हमारा जो माउथ है, इसमें भी pH का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल होता है. Now what happens? We all use Colgate to brush our teeth. So what this Colgate does basically? See, when we consume any type of food, okay, so what happens if we don't clean our mouth properly, teeth properly? So some amount of food particles they remain, stuck in our mouth in between the teeth. And what happens? Bacterial growth will start. And when these bacteria, they start, that they have, extracellular digestion, then they start releasing some sorts of acids, okay, or enzymes to digest that food, and then they take inside them. So in this process, this acid which they are releasing, which is very dangerous for our tooth enamel, the outer, the hardest, most element in our body, that is made up of calcium phosphate. Now this teeth enamel, they start getting corroded because of the acids released by the bacteria. So we use Colgate actually. Now what does this Colgate do? It is basically basic in nature. So it neutralizes that acid released by the bacteria and we are saved from the cavities. Okay. So pH has a lot of importance in our body and also in our day-to-day life and other things. Next one. Where else you find pH application? इसके अलावा और कहाँ आपको देखने को मिलता है pH application? They're important actually. Yes. Fine. So just go through this. Right? importance of pH in our day-to-day. Even rainwater, beta, rainwater क्या होता है जब acidic हो जाता है क्या होता है? We have acid rain. Yes. Now there are a lot of oxides of non-metals in the air. They mix with the rainwater. They form acid rain. So that is also quite major. So pH is very important in our environment also. Next beta important thing which we discussed in this chapter is about the salts. Now what are salts? So if you take example of any acid, okay, whenever an acid reacts with a base, we always get what we get? We get salt plus water. We get salt plus water. Now, all right, this is known as neutralization reaction. Okay, we call this as neutralization reaction. Now, the properties of acids are different from the bases, and when you mix these two, you land up in getting a neutral substance called salt plus water. Example you can take here, hydrochloric acid I'm taking, base I'm taking sodium hydroxide. Okay, now what you can do is just remove a water molecule from this. Okay, just remove a water molecule from this, and you are left with these two NaNCl. You can write this here, the positive and the negative ion plus water. So this is a salt base. Now the type of salt which will be formed, that depends on the acid which you have taken. For example, if you take your nitric acid, okay, and you take your potassium hydroxide, just remove a water molecule from this. Once you remove the water molecule from this, you land up in potassium nitrate plus H2O. Right? So this is a salt. Now the type of salt formed, that will depend upon the type of acid and the base you have taken. Okay? If you take nitric acid, you will always have the salts of nitrates, potassium nitrate, sodium nitrate. Okay. Yes, calcium nitrate, magnesium nitrate, like this. If you take hydrochloric acid, you will always have the salts of chlorides, sodium chloride, okay, or potassium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, like this. If you take sulfuric acid, you will have the salts, as sulfates, sodium sulfate, potassium sulfate. Fine. So this is about the neutralization. Next one, some more reactions we have to learn of the, these acids and the bases. The neutralization reactions are very important. Okay. Production of the next one we have reaction of acids and bases with the metals. ये reactions में आते हैं बेटा आपके, है ना? Yes. Acids जो है वो react करती हैं किसके साथ? Metals के साथ. So what they will produce? They will produce, the salt plus hydrogen gas. Now I told you reactivity series you have to learn. You have to remember that. Okay. I hope this series you all remember. Okay. ये series थोड़ी important है बेटा. Important क्यों है? देखिए आप हाइड्रोजन आपका कहाँ पे आता है? हाइड्रोजन आपका यहाँ पे आ रहा है. Okay. So hydrogen से पर जितने भी आप देख रहे हैं पे metals, all metals will displace hydrogen from the acids. Okay. Now acid के example लिख लेंगे यहाँ पे. We can write the example of any acid. Okay, we'll take hydrochloric acid plus metal में हम ले लेते हैं zinc. Okay, zinc metal. Now you have taken conical flask. इस flask में आपने क्या ले लिया है? You have taken the hydrochloric acid. You have taken, okay, and now you put some zinc granules in it. What will happen? You will see some bubbles coming out. Okay, you will try to escape. You have to close the mouth of this with your thumb or using cork. Okay, you have to bring a burning matchstick here near the mouth of this or any burning splinter. Okay, so what will happen actually? यहाँ पे बेटा ZnCl2 फॉर्म होगा. ZnCl2 फॉर्म हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, प्लस hydrogen gas will be liberated. Okay, now how do we know this is hydrogen gas? We have to do a confirmatory test, and that confirmatory test is this burning splinter will go out with a pop sound. Okay, एक pop sound यहाँ पे निकल के आएगी, you know, and this splinter will go off, and we can confirm that this is a hydrogen gas. Next one. Bases also react with the metals. बेटा bases भी ऐसे react करती हैं, okay, and they produce the salt and hydrogen. ठीक है, तो ये reaction बेटा हमने कर लिए थे already discuss, है ना? मैं class wind up करूँगी अभी. I will provide you with an assignment based on this chapter after you complete the exercise and in-text questions. Okay. So today what will you do is you will take the in-text questions of the chapter and you will find out its answer. I will share the link through which you can then match your answers. Okay. Thank you so much for joining, beta. I will see you tomorrow. We'll discuss some question answers. All right. Thank you so much.